Hey friends, Jonathan Neal Fitness here, and today I'm going to answer a little question that I got the other day when I posted something online about what we call our oblique slings, and I was talking about how if you really want to get your core working, you need to start thinking in terms of moving in these slings. And I got the question, well, what the hell is an oblique sling? What's a sling? And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to answer that for you guys. So really simply put, an oblique sling is essentially a combination or a connection, if you will, of muscles through what we might call trains or chains of fascia. What this means is that instead of thinking about individual little muscular components, we look at how these muscles transmit force across a line of fascia and therefore become connected into a sling-like mechanism. So really, there's a couple different slings in the body. Today we're just going to look at the two oblique slings. So the first oblique sling is what we call the anterior oblique sling. And the anterior just means the front side of the body. So most of this is going to be located on the front. The easiest way to think about slings is to look at the most basic human movements, which are, of course, walking, running, and our action of throwing. So the anterior sling is going to be a combination of a couple different muscles, and it's going to be a little different depending on who you talk to. But the way I see it is that it's a nice connection all the way from our pec down through the abdominals to the inner thigh. So if we look at a running position, if I was running towards you right here, and I was running this way, I would have in this case, my right arm, my left leg forward, my left arm, and my right leg back. So as I'm engaging in this action, this is not a robotic action, this is a sling action as I run forward and back. So that is what we're looking at. So when I take that step forward like this, I'm connecting the activation of the pec here across the abdominals. So I get the obliques, the external obliques on this side, I get the internal obliques on this side, and then that even connects down into our adductor muscles. So the anterior oblique sling, most people would say it's just those obliques running down into that inner thigh. I contest that the pec is involved in this as well, that as we step forward, as I sling this right arm forward to take that step, I'm activating through the pec. That connection goes all the way down across what we call contralaterally from one side to the other through the core and into that inner thigh, into those adductors. And that's important that it does run through the core. Now the other side of that, so to speak, of course, is the posterior oblique sling. This one's a little easier to think of. Just two muscles really involved in this one. As I am in that same running stance, as I bring that left arm forward back, I'm now activating this left side latissimus dorsi, this lat back here. That is also, as I extend this leg back, engaging this, again, contralateral glute here. So as I step here, I'm engaging the lat, and that's connecting down across the fascia that goes over top of the sacrum here into that contralateral glute. So that in any movement, in any good movement, any running or walking or throwing movement, there are these two slings at play. We have that anterior sling from the pec, especially as I throw. We know the pec is involved a lot in that. That goes down through those oblique systems to those inner thighs. On the back side, we've got that connection where these two are almost kind of rotating into each other, the lat and the glute engaging. Now what's important is to notice that all of these slings go from the top half of the body and connect down contralaterally to the bottom half of the body. And that's super important because that's why, as you watch this channel more and more, you'll see that most of the exercises we use this combination of everything working together. My upper body, my core, and my legs all working together. And that's what I mean when I say that you'll get better core activation by using these slings, because you're not just trying to force that one little core muscle to activate or a couple little core muscles. You're allowing them to work in those chains, in those slings, in the way, in the context they're supposed to. So they'll get better work, it'll be better on your biomechanics in general, and you'll generally see this translate better into actual athletic movement. That's why I brought you guys out here into the soccer field. We got a golf course right next door. Whether you're playing golf, or whether you're running down the soccer field, or whether you're kicking a ball, all of these things are going to be using these oblique slings. So we'll be looking at that more as we go through the weeks and months to come. But I just want you to be familiar with this concept because it is going to be important, and it is important to your movement and to your long-term, especially long-term health of your joints and the ability to stay strong, fit, healthy, and active going into our older ages. So I hope this has been of use to you. I hope you understand a little bit more about these oblique sling systems. We're going to be exploring them more in the future, so stay tuned. If you like this content, go ahead and like it. If you want to see how we start to bring these things into action, go ahead and subscribe because those exercises are coming down the line. This has been Jonathan Neal Fitness. I appreciate you watching. Have a wonderful day and take care.